Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. Today we'll learn about the singular and the plural verbs. Why do we need to learn about the singular and the plural verbs? Many a times we get confused about what verb should be used with a particular subject. We really don't understand what should we say. Whether we should say books give us knowledge or we should say books gives us knowledge. He speak politely or he speaks politely. A farmer grow crops or a farmer grows crops. And the answer to this confusion is in the singular and the plural verbs. Grammar has a very simple rule that the singular subject uses the singular verb and the plural subject uses the plural verb. Singular subject means when there is only one person or thing. Like we say he. He is a singular subject. Or the uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the nouns which cannot be counted. Like water. We cannot count water. So it's an uncountable noun. And it is a singular subject. And we always use the singular subject and the singular verb together. When the subject is plural, we use the plural verb. And what is the plural subject? When there are two or more than two persons or things. Like we say they. They is a plural subject. We say Neha and Seema. Now here we have two persons, so it's a plural subject. But what are the singular and the plural verbs? Let's first come to the plural verb. The verb in its base form is the plural verb. Base form means the present verb. We also call it the first form of the verb. And this first form of the verb is always in the plural form. Like we have the examples of some verbs here. Here the first verb is go. The past form of go is went. And the past participle form of go is gone. You can see here that the verb go is in present form, so it's a plural verb. The next verb is bake. Bake is a plural verb because it is in its present form. The next verb is try. Try, as it is the first form of the verb, so it's a plural verb. And we always use the plural verb with the plural subject. Like we have the first sentence here. Mary and Joe bake or bakes the cake together. Here the subject is plural as we have two persons here. So we should use the plural verb here. And what is the plural verb here? The verb is bake because it is the base form of the verb. The next sentence is we go or goes for vacation once in a year. As we is the plural subject, so we should use the base form of the verb, that is go. The plural subject uses the plural verb. Now let's come to the singular verb. When we add s, es or ies. When we add s, es or ies with the base form of the verb. Base form means the present verb. So the verb becomes the singular verb. Like we have the examples of some verbs here. The first verb here is blink. Now blink is the base form of the verb. So when we add s with this verb blink, it becomes blinks and it becomes a singular verb. We have the verb go. Go plus es becomes goes and it is a singular verb. The next verb here is try. We take tr, we remove y and we add ies, it becomes tries. And tries is the singular verb. But you can see here that with the verb blink we have added s, with the verb go we have added es, and with the verb try we have removed y and we have added ies. Now where to add s, where to add es and where to add ies? Let's see them one by one. Usually, we add s with the verb to make it singular. Like we have the verbs here. The first verb here is sing. We add s with the verb, it becomes sings. So sings is a singular verb. The next verb here is ring. We add s with the verb, it becomes the singular verb rings. The next verb here is bring. Bring is the verb. We add s with the verb, it becomes brings. And all these verbs, as we have added s with them, so they become the singular verbs. Now let's see, when should we add es with the verb? When the verbs end in o, ch, ss, ss or x. The verbs that end in o, ch, ss, x or x, we should always add es with these verbs. Let's see them with the help of some examples. Let's see the first verb that ends in o. Here we have the examples of some verbs and all these verbs end in o. We have the first verb do. You can see that do ends in o. So what should we do? We should add es with this verb. It becomes does. And does is a singular verb. The next verb here is undergo. Undergo ends in o. So we should add es. It becomes undergoes. The next verb here is undo. We can see that undo ends in o. So we should add es with the verb. It becomes undoes. And all these verbs are the singular verbs. Now let's see the verbs that end in ch. We have the first example here, that is teach. Teach ends in ch. So we should add es with teach. It becomes teaches. It is a singular verb. The next verb is reach. We should add es and it becomes reaches. Reaches is a singular verb. The next verb is attach. We add ch with the verb, it becomes attaches, and attaches is a singular verb. The next verbs are the verbs that end in sh. Now we can see here that the first verb push. Push ends in sh. So what should we do? We should add es with this verb, it becomes pushes, and pushes is a singular verb. The next verb is rush. It ends in sh, so add es, it becomes rushes. The next verb is crush. The verb ends in sh, add es, it becomes crushes. So we have added es with the verbs that end in sh. The next verbs are the verbs that end in x. The first verb here is mix. You can see mix ends in x. So what should we do? We should add es with the verb. It becomes mixes. The next verb is fix. Again, fix ends in x. We add es. It becomes fixes. And it's a singular verb. The next verb is relax. Relax again ends in x. So we should add es with the verb. It becomes relaxes. And it's a singular verb. The next verbs are the verbs that end in ss. The first verb here is bless. Bless ends in ss. So we should add es. It becomes blesses. Guess. The verb ends in ss. Add es. It becomes guesses. The next verb is express. Express again ends in ss. So we should add es with the verb. It becomes expresses. So we have seen that when the verbs end in ss, we should add es to make them singular verbs. Now let's see when should we add ies with the verb. When a verb ends in y, but it has a consonant before that. When a verb ends in Y and it has a consonant before that, so we should remove the Y and we should add IES with the verb. Here we can see the verb is try. It ends in Y and it has a consonant before this Y. So what should we do? We should remove Y and we should add IES. It becomes tries and it's a singular verb. The next verb is fry. Fry again ends in Y. It has a consonant before that. So what should we do? We should remove the Y and we should add IES with the verb. It becomes fries. The next verb is supply. So we can see supply ends in Y. It has a consonant before that. So what should we do? We should remove the Y and we should add IES with this verb. It becomes supplies. And all these verbs are the singular verbs. Now let's see when the verb ends in Y but it has a vowel before that. When a verb ends in Y but it has a vowel before that. What are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. These all are the vowels in English letters. So you can see the verb ends in Y. It has a vowel before that. That is A. So what should we do? We should simply add S with the verb. It becomes plays. And plays is the singular verb. Again, you can see the next verb is obey. Obey ends in Y and it has E before that, which is a vowel. So we should simply add S with this verb. It becomes obeys. The next verb is spray. Spray ends in Y. It has a vowel before that. So we should add S. It becomes sprays. So we have seen that the plural verb is the verb which is in its base form. When the verb is in its base form or the present form, it is the plural verb. And when we add S, ES or IES to the base form or the present form of the verb, it becomes the singular verb. Now let's try some sentences. The first sentence here is a child smile or a child smiles. So what should we fill here? We can see that the subject here is singular. A child. It is one child. So we should use the singular verb. We have added S with smile. It becomes a singular verb. So a child smiles. Singular subject, singular verb. The next sentence is the children smile or the children smiles. The children is the plural subject. So we should use the children smile. The next sentence is a leaf falls or a leaf fall. We can see it is only one leaf. So we should use the singular verb. We have added S with the verb. So it becomes a singular verb. So with singular subject, use the singular verb. The next sentence is the leaves fall or the leaves fall. You can see here that the subject here is plural. There are many leaves. So what should we write here? The leaves fall. Next sentence is the birds make their nest or the birds makes their nest. Plural subject, so the plural verb. It is make. Then the next sentence is he speak politely or he speaks politely. As we can see, the subject is singular. So what should we write here? It should be speaks. The singular subject, the singular verb. The next sentence here is a farmer grow crops or a farmer grows crops. You can see a farmer means only one farmer is there. The subject is singular, so we should use the singular verb. And which one is the singular verb here? With which we have added S. So grows. A farmer grows crops. I hope you are very much clear about the singular and the plural verbs. Thank you.